Welcome to Open Your Reality, everyone. My name is Chad, and today I have a special guest. His name is Vedagurudev, and he lives in Thailand. He is a actual Kriya yoga master. And Vedagurudev and I became friends about 2.5 years ago, and we started talking. Vedagurudev contacted me. I brought him on the show. We fast became friends, and ultimately we started a Kriya yoga school together on the SKOOL platform, SKOOL. And we had that school Veda I think it was from around March, April
Yeah, the
until
first day was March 8th, Mahashivarachi, that we started on, the grand day for Lord Shiva himself. It was March 8th, and that's when we started. And
you know
it's
what you know
been
you know you know what's
over
really
2.5 years.
yeah, you know what's really 2.5. That's amazing. Time flies. But you know what's really strange about that? I believe March 8th is David Wilcock's birthday. We started
Oh,
the day of David
outstanding.
Wilcock's birthday. So I don't know. It's a sign from the universe. But to be frank, I want to let the viewers know that we haven't really spoken since what's it been about a year and a half, since November of 2024. I don't know. We may have talked a little bit after that, but we haven't really got on Zoom or StreamYard and had a conversation, and I haven't really been around the school. And the reason for that is because even though the school was somewhat successful, we were getting new members, and Vedagurudev, you went over the top to try to do whatever you could to help the students. It was just, for me, I needed to go in a different direction, and I started working 2 different jobs, and I was doing a lot of things to try to make money and live here in America, where it's very expensive. So you continued to go ahead and do the school, but I really don't. I told you before this interview, I don't want to know really anything because I want to catch up right here in front of the viewers. So I don't know anything about the changes with the school, your life, and everything. I want to find out. And I'll also give you the opportunity to ask me some questions if you'd like. But I guess my first question to you would be, it's been 18 months since we had a serious conversation. What has changed the most in your life over that time?
Basically, I just dedicate my life to our Kriya Yoga Masterclass members. Since you left, we started doing a Soul Talks live stream, live from a Thailand beach every Sunday. It usually goes about 3 hours. We have a Mantra Monday where I do 108 Raksha beads, 1 mala for a new mantra every Monday. And every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a 3-hour satsang. And every Saturday, we have a live class. Usually goes about 3 hours. We learn 4 new Kriyas every Saturday. So a lot has changed, a lot of new stuff. We upload a new video every day. We're monetized on YouTube. We have a lot more members. I think we have 108 members now. We opened a free Kriya Yoga school. So if you don't have a financial means to join our paid school, we have a free Kriya Yoga school. Website is freekriyayogamasterclass.com. So trying to help as many people as possible with the practices of Kriya Yoga. So
Well, for
looking for
those,
opportunities to help people.
we have a lot of new viewers that have come on the channel since I started reposting. Not reposting, but I started posting more consistently a couple months ago. For those people that don't know what Kriya Yoga is, can you just briefly elaborate on what Kriya Yoga is? Just give them a short idea of what it is.
Yeah, so Kriya Yoga, the 5 folds of Kriya Yoga are asanas, the physical postures to help the physical body, pranayama, secret yogic breath work, dhyana, meditation, mastering the mind, mantra japa, doing your mantra practice, and bhakti, which is devotion to God, singing and reverberating God's name, whatever God of choosing you have. So those are basically the 5 folds of Kriya Yoga, and we incorporate those into our daily sadhana, our daily yoga practices every day as Kriya Yogis and Yoginis.
There's a lot of paths to liberation. There's Zen Buddhism, there's Christianity, there's Judaism. Why did you choose Kriya Yoga, And why do you think Kriya Yoga is the best path to liberation?
I mean, I chose Kriya Yoga because I resonated with Kriya Yoga the most. It spoke the most to me. It uplifted me the most. It got me into a higher consciousness. But all paths, I love them all. When I was in the Himalayan mountains, we walked with lamas, walked with swamis, we walked with agoris, we walked with sadhus. We walked with everybody. We love them all. They all have great techniques, they all have great spiritual traditions, so I love them all. I don't have no judgment about anybody else's spiritual tradition. I love them all. So, Kriya Yoga is the one that resonates with me. Obviously, I love Babaji. You see Maha Avatar Babaji right behind me there. He
Well,
gets the trophy.
hold on. I mean, you're. I know you're talking to me, and you probably are used to talking to all your Kriya Yoga members, but there's going to be people that have no idea about Kriya Yoga. So, just can you just elaborate real quickly on Babaji?
So Babaji is the fountainhead of Kriya Yoga. He is our beloved Sadgurudeva. He is the highest Kriya yogi ever, right? He was the guru for Lahiri Messiah. Lahiri Messiah was the guru for Sri Yukteswar. Sri Yukteswar was the guru for Yogananda. So we come from a rich lineage, a rich parampara of Kriya yogis. And the highest Kriya yogi of all is Maha Avatar Babaji himself. So he is our fountainhead. He is our pointer in Kriya Yoga, so we look to him first, you know?
Right. And one of the things that intrigued me about your story is I read Autobiography of a Yogi, which I talked about a lot on the channel before, but it's one of my favorite spiritual books of all time. It's really a magical book written in a very poetic way by Paramahansa Yogananda. And Paramahansa Yogananda was born in the I think around 1880s, somewhere around there, and he lived until around the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. But he came to America. I think it was in 1920. He brought yoga here, and it was such an inspiring tale that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a yogi like that too, and go off to the Himalayas. Can you just briefly explain? Don't go, too far into detail, but what did you do that was amazing that I wanted to do? You went off into the Himalayas. Can you just basically give a little backdrop of that to the new viewers?
Yeah, how I started on the path of Kriya Yoga. I was a famous DJ. The person who owned the nightclub that I DJed at in Bangkok said, "We're going on a trip to Sri Lanka to be initiated into Kriya Yoga." I had no aspirations to be a Kriya yogi. And when I went to be initiated into Kriya Yoga in Sri Lanka, Babaji struck me with a lightning bolt. And from that day on, I've been a Kriya yogi and I've dedicated my life to Kriya Yoga. So that's basically how I got on the path of Kriya Yoga. Right now, I have the highest yoga certificate right here. It was called MYT, which is a Master Yoga Teacher certificate. I have a Yoga Acharya certificate. Later, I met my guru, Swami Vedananda Saraswati. His ashram is in Dwadahat, India, right down the street from Babaji's cave in the state of Uttarakhand in the Himalayan mountains. And yeah, I went on pilgrimage to find the secrets of Kriya Yoga, looking in cave, meeting different enlightened beings from all spiritual traditions. And that's basically how we developed our sadhana. My guru wrote a book called Kailash in Quest of Self. Kailash is the mountain for Lord Shiva himself. And he basically walked around India for 3 years, meeting enlightened beings. So our sadhana, our parampara, our lineage comes from a collection of different enlightened beings he met on the path. So that's basically my backstory. And for the last 10 years, I've been a Kriya yogi and I've been looking for opportunities to help people, So my guru sent me from the Himalayan mountains to come back to the Maya delusional world and be on the front line and help as many people as possible. I come from a place I was lost in the sauce. I was in my ego self. When I was a DJ, I thought I was the greatest DJ ever. But when I got on the path of Kriya Yoga, I realized that I could help people because I come from a place of experience. So my guru sent me back to the Maya delusional world. I came on Chad's Open Your Reality. He interviewed me. We started a Kriya Yoga school. Now we're helping people worldwide with the practices of Kriya Yoga. giving you some spiritual tools to help you overcome the world.
Yeah, we worked very closely together, and the members of your school thought we were a great team. You were the expert. You're the Kriya Yoga master. I was somewhat of the facilitator, putting the information together, in the videos. But actually, you wrote everything. You give a class, you write a PDF. With all these PDFs, I think you could have written a book. You probably still can write a book with all of the PDFs you wrote that you put in your school. But basically, we were very close for a time, and as close as you could be virtually. We've never met in person. Now you live in Thailand. I could tell that. I was going to ask you if you're still in Thailand, but I could tell because it's the same house. I'm in
Yeah.
the same location, and I have not been back to Thailand since 2005. Would love to go and visit you one day, and that could be possible because I did quit my job a month ago. So now I'm kind of a free man. We talked about that just to drop before the interview. But can you just give us a picture of what you do in your day to day life in Thailand? How you live as a Kriya yogi, and I don't know. Some people might wonder, what does a Kriya yogi do all day?
I mean, I've been blessed with not having to work a 9 to 5. So I basically do my sadhana, which is my yogic practice all day. I wake up, I do my puja, which is basically saying my mantra japa to all my different deities, Kriya Yoga masters, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi, Ganesha, all of the above. Then I do start off with my asanas. I do 18 asanas. It usually takes about an hour and a half. I do about a half an hour of pranayama, secret yogic breathing, like breath work. I do about half an hour of dhyana, mastering my mind and meditation. I do probably about another half hour of mantra japa, whatever my mantra choosing is on that day. And then I just sing devotional songs like kirtans, bhajans, and songs to the source, or whichever deity I'm feeling on the particular day. So usually 2 hours in the morning, about an hour at night. And then I integrate my Kriya Yoga practice into my daily life. I don't get attached to distractions. I try to master my mind and overcome whatever obstacles are presented to me on a daily basis. So I look for opportunities to integrate my Kriya Yoga practice in my daily life. And I always say every day is a test as a yogi, as my guru always used to say. So I jump out of bed in the morning and look for the opportunity. How's Babaji going to surprise me today? And he never disappoints. So I look for opportunities to navigate this crazy Maya delusional world. So I have a lot of kriyas in my pockets so I can pull them out and integrate them into my daily life. And whatever this Maya delusional, crazy matrix simulation throws at me on a daily basis, I pull out my kriyas and overcome it as best as I can. So I try to stay an unshakable mountain. No matter how much it snows, unshakable mountain. No matter how much sun, unshakable mountain. No matter how much wind, unshakable mountain. No matter how much rain, unshakable mountain. So, and be a nuclear power plant of unconditional love, looking for opportunities to help people.
When you say kriyas, do you mean like techniques or actions? What do you mean by pulling out your kriyas?
Yeah, kriyas are the techniques that we use. So certain kriyas we integrate them in certain situations. If I have something that's bothering me, I might pull out Patanjali's 9 emotional release techniques to release and let things go, detach, let go.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to breathe out all the stress and tension, breathe in the peace and harmony into my being, breathe out the stress and tension out of my being. So I'm looking for opportunities and I'm trying to help as many people as possible. This is the way as a Kriya yogi.
Kriya yogis do believe in reincarnation and past lives, right?
Yeah, they do, but the ultimate goal is to reach a state of moksha, which is liberation. That means you're getting off the hamster wheel. You're going into the clear and the bargo. You've exhausted everything you need to do in this life, and that's what I hope to do. So these kriyas, these techniques that we do are meant to extend our life and go as far down the spiritual path as possible So hopefully we don't have to come back to this crazy Maya delusional world and get the memory wipe again and start from zero. But if we do, hopefully we make as much progress as we do and we pick up where we left off. So that's my plan.
Right.
So I hope not to reincarnate. I want to get off the hamster wheel. I want to go into Maha Samadhi and gracefully exit and never come back.
Right. I believe I'm not sure if I remember who, but somebody, it might have been Liz Cross, said when I asked about you, and don't quote me on it, but she said that you were a person that wanted to get off the hamster wheel as fast as possible. So you're doing everything you can to accelerate your progress in this lifetime. And basically, that's what you said right there.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Sitas, as yogis or yoginis, we're doing as many techniques to maintain our physical body and master our mind and give ourselves mental clarity so we can go as far down the path. So when I do ascend, hopefully this is my last day at the rodeo. If you know what I'm saying, I get off the hamster wheel. And Liz Cross is right. I'm trying to leave the hamster wheel and wave bye bye to this Maya delusional world and join Babaji around the Yagna fire in the astral plane.
Mm-hmm. Now I have a question. There are people watching this, and I'm sure 99.9% of the viewers watching this. There are going to be people from your school watching, but for sure, um, they might be thinking, well, I'm not doing all of these meditations and all these different techniques that you're doing every day. I'm just living a basic life. And sometimes if I have 10 minutes, I meditate. Maybe I read a spiritual book here and there. For those people who think they're a good person and they just meditate here and there, maybe read a spiritual book, maybe watch a video, are they making progress, or is it slow progress? I mean, do you need to do you need to devote yourself fully to really make full progress? What do you think about that for the average person?
I would say if you're going to start, my guru used to say, when is the best time to plant a tree? The best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So let's just get started today. Control what you can control. Wake up with a smile on your face. Enjoy the sun. You know, we have a mantra we say in our Kriya yoga class, Mahadev, 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 which is to Lord Shiva. Anybody could say that. Just try to stay happy in any situation, no matter what it is, and start to laugh at this simulation and this Maya delusional world like the joke it is and become the detached witness. But I would just say anybody could wake up with a smile on their face and be in a state of gratitude, be grateful just to be alive. Anybody could do that. So you don't got to worry about advanced techniques or samadhi and any of this. Just wake up with a smile on your face. And that will help you navigate this world like butter melting in the sun. If you just carry a smile throughout the day, you'll be okay. And just don't get attached to anything. Like, do what serves you in the present moment. Things you can't control, don't really worry about it. If you want to find a savior, just go in the bathroom, look in the mirror. You're looking at a savior. Save yourself, be your best cheerleader. We talked about this before. The water in your body is listening. Always speak highly to yourself. Always uplift you. We always say rising tides lift all boats in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. No yogi or yogini left behind. Just look at me. If I could do it, you definitely could do it. You could do it better than me. I was just like you. I was lost in the sauce. I was attached to my ego self. I thought my car defined my soul, my bank account defined my soul. When I got initiated in the Kriya Yoga, I let go of all those identities, all those conditionings, and I started to walk the spiritual path. So if I could do it, anybody can do it. And I want to be a good example. Like, look at me. I'm nobody special. I wasn't born into a yogic family or a yogic tradition, but if I could commit to the yogic practices and Kriya Yoga, then you can too. And we have a free Kriya Yoga school. Try it out. freekriyayoga.com. We have 11 beginner mini courses. Try it out. Give you some Kriyas, some techniques to put in your pocket, some meditation, some asanas, and Yeah, it's for everybody. Everybody could do it. Like when you were in our Kriya Yoga school, when we did Shavasana, the corpse pose, even Chad could do Shavasana, the corpse pose, right?
I'm
So
I'm
just
I'm
lay on your back with your arms and legs apart.
I'm the most unflexible person or inflexible person in the world, I think. I've completely given up on stretching. But the corpse pose, yes. And actually I used to do a lot of I sent away for a Kriya Yoga course when I was in my 20s
Mm.
from Yogananda's association. And I would follow the the asanas in this little booklet. I think I still have it too. And we would always end in the corpse pose. And that was my favorite pose. But the other ones would stress and strain me, and I would do it every day, but I could never really make progress. I'm just too stiff in the body for some reason. But you say if you could do it, I don't think I could ever sit like that. I think even if you paid me $1,000,000 to try, I wouldn't be able to.
I said the same thing when got initiated into Kriya Yoga. I saw the asanas and I said, no way, my body does not do that. But slowly and gently, warming up our hips, warming up our legs. We have practices in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Exact practices I did. I just warmed up my hips and little by little, like I would put my foot here. Okay, I could do that. I would put my foot here. I could do that. I could put my foot here. I could do that. If you feel pain, just put your foot down, and slowly but surely it comes up sitting in Padmasana, full lotus position. So I know what you're saying, Chad. I said the same thing when I started in Kriya Yoga. I was like, no, I do not do the asanas. My body does not twist into a pretzel. But you've seen our class, and Vedagurudev can do it. You could do it. Just
Yeah,
warm up.
yeah. I've seen you do. There's a good book by I think it's BKS Iyengar, Light on Yoga. I bought that book many years ago, and I've seen all the twisted pretzels, type of
Mhm.
moves. And I've seen you also do them live during our school classes. So for sure, you're the real deal. I wanted to ask you something else. Um, we haven't talked for a year and a half, and I know you do your Kriya techniques. And people that have read Autobiography of a Yogi, I think one of the reasons that readers were so enamored with that book is mostly with Babaji, because he's this
Mm,
grand spiritual figure he's almost like a superhero. Yeah, he's right there. And he could teleport. He could
mm,
create palaces, beautiful palaces he could basically manifest anything he wants. He can do anything he wants. He could teleport people. He knows thoughts. He can look into past lives. He could do everything. And so that intrigued me. I mean, I know we all want to be superheroes and have superpowers in our own way. And I also know that they could be an obstacle on the path
mm.
to liberation, because then people get caught up with the ego attachment of trying to seek those powers instead of evolving their soul, which you've touched on. But I'm just curious to know that in the past year and a half that we haven't spoken, have you had any strange or unusual spiritual experiences in your personal life or your practice?
I mean, when you do your sadhana wholeheartedly as a byproduct, these CDs kind of happen, Sometimes they happen indirectly. You don't even know about it. Like if you want to see a CD, I'll show you. Look, levitating CD. So, my guru used to say, "Who wants CDs?" The short answer, the ego. The long answer, nobody. So it's just something that kind of happens by you doing your sadhana wholeheartedly as a byproduct. So yes, things happen, but I don't get attached to it. Like I remember when I was in the Himalayan mountains, we would see yogis doing CDs, levitating, different things. And my guru would tap me on the shoulder. Nothing to see here. Like, we don't get attached to the CDs. That's good for them. But we focus on our sadhana, and this happens as a byproduct, but we're not focusing on it. It just kind of happens. Like, if I levitated right now on your live stream, I would just be like, oh, cool. But that's not the end goal. The end goal is reaching a higher state of consciousness, becoming a self realized being, Satchananda, absolute being, absolute consciousness, absolute bliss. So we always try to go that way, And these things happen when you reach a state of samadhi. You see shapes, you see different things. We don't really get attached to it. It's not the end goal. It's kind of like, oh, that's nice, but I'm going to keep walking forward. I don't want to attach to it. I just keep going. So that's kind of how I look at CDs. It's nice, to see what's possible, but I don't really attach to it. It kind of happens as a byproduct. So if a CD happened to me tomorrow, I probably wouldn't even think about it 5 minutes later, or I wouldn't go on David Letterman and levitate on his desk, I would
Mhm.
just be like, oh, whatever, that's cool. But that's a byproduct of me doing my sadhana. It's a good confirmation that I'm going the right direction, but I'm not going to show anybody. It's between me and God.
Right, right. And I think the true spiritual aspirants keep it to themselves, whereas the
True.
ones that gloat and the ones that are pretentious about it are usually not the real ones. I was going to ask you, in the last year and a half, have you traveled anywhere? Have you been to any other countries? Have you been back to the Himalayas?
No, I haven't because I've been focusing on Kriya Yoga School. But coming in July, I'll be traveling back to America. So we have a meet and greet at SRF Lake Shrine, Yogananda's Place, Sunday, July 5th. So if you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to meet Vedagurudev and Veronica live in person, we'll be there. And
Oh,
we have a great meeting.
who is Veronica?
Veronica is the moderator of. So when Chad left, Veronica took over Chad's duties. So she is now the moderator. And in the last couple months, she got name Diksha from me, and her name is now Vedgari Moksha.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No, I asked that question just because the viewers probably wouldn't know who she is, but of course I'm familiar with Veronica. She was a staple of the school while I was there, and it was always very helpful. And you probably makes a great moderator. Um, yeah. And so you're coming to America. You said what, July? What? What's the date?
Sunday, July 5th, we'll be meeting at Lake Shrine, SRF.
Okay, that's my mother's birthday, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah. Happy birthday to your mother.
We'll see if she's watching
Yeah.
this.
If
um,
your mother wants to celebrate her birthday at Lake Shrine SRF, the mecca of Kriya Yoga, Yogananda's place where he wrote Autobiography of a Yogi, we'd love to see your mother in person, and I would love to meet your mother in person.
how can somebody join? How can somebody go there? Do they have to have a special invite, or they just go?
No, you could just meet us there. Everybody is welcome. All people who watch our live streams, all people who are members of our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. A lot of our members who are in California will be there. So everybody's welcome. I would love to see everybody. We don't discriminate. We love everybody. So if you come, we welcome you with open arms. So
Mhm.
everybody's welcome. And I guess if you want to come, let me know, vedgurudev@gmail.com, and or post in the comments below, and I'll let you uh, I'll let you know what time we're meeting up, where we're meeting up. We'll probably do some practices. I'll answer your questions live in person. I'll demonstrate the practices of Kriya Yoga live in person. So whatever questions you have, it's a chance to get up close and personal with Vedagurudev.
You haven't been back to America since you started the school 2.5 years ago, right?
Right.
So
Yeah,
this
I
is
just dedicate my last 2 years to the Kriya Yoga school.
so this is going to be really your first opportunity to meet the students in America or
Right.
elsewhere. I know you've met a few students, like I think Brian. I think you met him in Chiang Mai, and you might have met some other students that we had.
Yeah, there was another student who came to Thailand about 2 months ago. His
Mhm.
name's Naveen. He's from California. So I've met a couple, but it's rare. We only have a couple students. Most of our students are in America, so you'll be able to touch Vedgurudev live in person and see I'm not AI. I'm a real person, just like you.
I don't know why people think I'm AI, and they always say that, and I'm like, can't you see that I'm very expressive, my background's change. I mean, I do things that AI wouldn't do, but still people say that. It's unfortunate, but I know that I heard that YouTube is going to be putting an AI label under any videos that have AI. Their advanced AI
Mm.
tech will spot AI, and so you'll know when you're watching an AI video in the future. So it won't say it for us though. Vedagurudev and Chad of Open Your Reality are always human beings. And we will remain human beings. Um, so that's really cool. So you're gonna come to how long are you gonna be in America for?
2 weeks.
Okay. I know you have a brother out in that area, so I'm sure you'll be visiting your brother over there. Any
Right.
plans to come to the East Coast?
Maybe. My mother lives in Atlanta, Georgia, so maybe I'll go see my mother. She's getting up there in age, so should probably take a visit to my mother.
Okay. Okay. And so I know that when we started the school, we really had no knowledge of, operating a school platform and doing all that. But
Mm.
we did our research, and I think we did a pretty good job of getting it up to speed quickly. But looking back to when those first few months we started the school to now, would you have done things differently in the beginning? Have you noticed a big change? Like, or things basically we had it right in the beginning and we're just continuing to do more of it?
I mean, this Saturday will be our 117th class, so
Whoa.
we've made a lot of progress from 1 to 117, and I've learned a lot of things. If you go back and watch class number 1, I don't have a light, the microphone isn't that great, but we still had good kriyas. So yeah, we made a lot of good progress. Every Saturday we learned 4 new kriyas, so we've learned a lot of stuff. We made a lot of progress. So, would I have done anything different? I don't know. I was just living in the moment. I was just kind of going with the flow. I remember when you told me there's a platform called SKOOL, SKOOL. I was like, that's not how you spell school. You spell school SCHOOL, you know? So it took a little while to wrap my mind around the concept of technology and helping people, but it's been beautiful. We've helped a lot of people. We've answered a lot of questions. I tell Veronica all the time, I want to have a Santa Claus list of people I helped all around the world. So when I transcend my physical body and I go before the council of elders or whatever, how many people did you help, Vedagurudev? I thought you never asked. Millions, you know?
Mhm.
So I'm sure they're not going to ask me about how much money I have in the bank. I'm going to say I helped millions of people. And that is the real karma yoga way, helping people, selfless service. So we have 2 live streams per week. We usually go for like 3 hours on each one, and we just answer people's questions. So whatever spiritual questions you have, people send them in, and I just answer them wholeheartedly. Whatever it is. Sometimes they ask me about aliens. Sometimes they ask me about God. I answer them as best I can. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But I try to help people as much as possible because when I started on the path of Kriya Yoga, there was nothing like this out there. So I want to help people. That's the main goal. It's not about money or financial means, it's about helping people. So I'm looking to help as many people as possible. So if you're out there and you need help, let me know. I want to help you.
So that leads me into my next question. We only have 3 minutes left because we're capped here today, but uh, real quickly, you know, there's so much spiritual information out there. There's so many books you can buy. There's so many videos. How important do you think it is to have an actual bona fide teacher like yourself, who I like to say who has walked the walk, talk the talk, walk the walk, um, to lead you? Is how important is that?
Yeah, it's important, but it's not the end all be all. If you have somebody like me to teach you, that's great. But if I could do it, anybody could do it. So we have hundreds of video classes in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. You could just watch it and go at your own pace, your own timing, your own comfort. So I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. Like I could never be like that Gurudev. You could be a better yogi than me. So I just want to be an example. If I could do it, you could do it. So If you have a teacher, that's great. Or if you have a guru like me, that's great. If you don't, that's still great. Just start. Just start doing. We are Kriya yogis. We are action yogis. We don't talk about Kriya yoga. We do Kriya yoga. If you read Autobiography of a Yogi and these other books, they have a bunch of stories, but they don't tell you where to start. We do Kriya yoga. So if you're ready to get started and plant that tree, our website is kriyayogamasterclass.com. And we have a special promotion now, lifetime membership, $200. And if you click on the link, I'll give Chad a percentage of it to help Chad in
No,
his
that's
time of need.
that's okay. I don't. That's okay. I want $200 seems like super cheap for a lifetime membership. So just you don't have to give me anything, Vedagurudev. I just want to help the school, help you. You deserve it. You deserve all the money. So if anybody joins, I don't want it. I want it to go to the school.
Well, if it wasn't for you, Chad, none of this would have been possible. So it's only right for me to give back also, right? Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, Chad, None of this would have been possible. So
It's really
I
not
have to
necessary.
give respect to that,
You do what you want, Vedagurudev. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm just going to say this. We're down to about our final 20, 30 seconds. I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show again. If you have questions for Vedagurudev, please drop them in the comments section, and he'll answer them the next time he comes on. I'll put all the links that you talked about, Vedagurudev, below, so people can find all the links below, and you could also email him directly. I'll let you say anything. We have like five seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. If you want to see Vedagurudev back on Open Your Reality, comment below. Weekly Q&A, Vedagurudev. I'll answer all your questions.